Chinese Cultural Shop by Ng Tianhua has been promoting and providing traditional Chinese products since the 1930s in Singapore. What started out at Merchant Road, then moved on to River Valley and finally ending up at Geylang, which the store remains till this day. Let's take a virtual tour with Uncle Jeff. This treasure trove of a shop is like Aladdin's Cave of Wonders. It's practically a living and breathing museum where boxes piled high in every nook and cranny could reveal more interesting items from his past.
This is the second section, which is you can say that is like where friends and guests come over.
Yep. It's like a little tea area with the altar.
Yes. This is my family altar.
Yeah.
So since my grandfather time, all this has been set up like this,
Yep.
like this, and then many of these items here.
Yep.
Actually, we used to sell them. All these pieces of crafts and embroidery. Yes, except the table, except the furniture. So the setting here, I try to make it as nostalgic, like in the past. So whoever stepped into the shop, they can have a feel of what was it like, back in those days.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yes.
It's like time has stood still.
Yes. And you see here, these are my ancestors. Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. Yeah, about the photos.
From Yes, and then these paintings are my ancestors. So from here, this is the right at the end. There's the 27th generation, and then we have the 28th generation, 29th, and then we have the last pair is the 30th, and then my grandfather and is 31st 31 generation, and then my late father 32, and myself 32. Is the 33. Yeah.
Wow, it's amazing.
So a couple of years back, almost 10 years ago, I wanted to renovate this shop house. It just to make it neat and clean and nice. But the architect, he did his drawing and changed it to something very arty-farty of
right.
Modern. Yes. And I told him, I said, no, this is not what I wanted. So I stopped. I stopped the whole project. So everything still
maintains the same. Because if you've done one of those modern architecture projects or something, that you lose the charm of what was left behind. You totally lose the charm, and then how beautiful the altar is, and I can see I think where the altar is, there's that like a piece of, is that a Peranakan piece where right in the middle?
In the middle,
like a censer of some sort. This one, yes.
All right. This piece here, for the Peranakan, they pronounce it as Cheng Nap. To us, the Teochew or the Hokkiens, we call it Cheng Ak, Cheng Ak, which is on top here. The tray actually, sometimes we put some candies. For offerings, candies, or even the butternut leaves and all that. So yes. So this setting beautiful. Is actually a very elaborate kind of setting, and a lot of people, they want to set it this way. But the thing they're facing, today they stay in an apartment or HDB flat. They don't have such a space, elaborate altar setting. But recently, a lot of surprisingly also, a lot of young people, when they saw my pictures and visited my place, and then they start to search and they start to make their own altar setup.
Right.
So yes. So hopefully, this kind of tradition will be preserved. But sadly, on the other hand, not many of these items that can be found nowadays.
Yes. It's I think it's hard. It's going to get harder and harder to find these sort of pieces, or you know, people will probably have to pay exorbitant fees to procure a piece like that.
Yeah. So and some of my pieces, like let's say I left like 1-2 piece, not sell it at a time being, because it's like an educational piece. Not only an author table settings, but musical instruments and other crafts which are made back in the early days. You don't find it nowadays. So I prefer to show it to my younger visitors and explain to them the difference between authentic piece and today machine made.
Oh yes, I can imagine that. There'll be a lot of machine made stuff, but you can truly tell the difference anyway. One that's like handmade with all the effort, and then something that's just in a factory done.
Yeah, you can see, but
you can see the difference.
Some of these Chinese craft, for instance, the otter cloth, maybe the popular ones, you see lions, you see dragons, you can even see the 8 immortals.
Oh yeah, and the Fulu Show as well.
The Fulu Show as well, but all these, the picture's still the same. They produce the size of the otter cloth or the tapestry still the same. But the threading, the material they use is completely different.
Yeah, and the finish is not the same.
Yes.
Yes.
Uncle Jeff not only continues the artisanal craftsmanship of painstakingly making red banners or ang tai for Lunar New Year, restoring embroidery on altar cloths, he also still supplies Chinese cultural products, including musical instruments, opera props, costumes and weapons, and has also shared that he's the only shop carrying dialect musical instruments.
Your shop is such a treasure trove that I don't even know where to start or what. I think this.
I also don't know where to start.
I know, it's like, we'll be like, let's talk about this. Then no, actually, I can see something behind. Let's go to that item. Also, it's gonna be like this.
The journey of being steadfast in the sunset industry may not have been Uncle Jeff's choice at the start, but he has come to appreciate all things from his past. He's passionate about what his grandfather and father before him has left behind for him to carry on this legacy.